Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more Know Your Members of Congress for the 119th Congress. Today, before we get into the video, I want to let y'all know I have two ways to donate to the channel if you wish to do so. We have a Patreon, which of course is month to month, usually like $5, $10 per month, so on and so on. But we also have a coffee account, which allows you for lower amounts or one-time payments, though it also does month to month. If you want to donate, but you're in financial tough situations, don't donate. Don't. I'd rather you get done what you need to get done, take care of yourself before donating to me. Times are tough out there right now, I know, because we've got an idiot in charge of everything. But, take care of yourself. If you can donate and it won't hurt you, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. But with that said, let's jump back into the video. Today we are looking at Representative Andy Harris, who is the representative for the 1st District of Maryland. And that district is the westernmost portion of the state, capturing Maryland's part of the Delmarva Peninsula and up to the border with Pennsylvania. He is a Republican, and before he took office, he was preceded in office by Frank Cradaville. So yeah. Now let's go ahead and take a look at who Andy Harris is as an individual. He was born in Brooklyn, New York on January 25th, 1957. Graduated from Regis High School in New York City, New York in 1974. Earned a Bachelor of Science from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland in 1977. Earned an MD from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland in 1980. Earned an MHS from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland in 1995. Has been a physician. Member of the United States Navy Reserve 1988 to 2005. Member of the Maryland State Senate 1999 to 2011. Minority Whip of the Maryland State Senate. Unsuccessful candidate for election to the 111th Congress in 2008. Before being elected as a Republican to the 112th Congress and 7 following Congresses. So he is in his 8th term. Now, let's go ahead and look at the committees he is on. He is on the Committee on Appropriations, of which he is on the subcommittee on Agriculture, Rural Development, Food and Drug Administration and related agencies, of which he is chairman, and the Subcommittee on Labor, Health and Human Services, Education, and related agencies. Now, let's go ahead and look at his top 5 individual donors and contributors over this last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have the House Freedom Fund. And they are a money-gaining wing of the House Freedom Caucus, which is a congressional caucus of conservative members of the Republican Party in the U.S. House of Representatives, generally considered to be the most conservative bloc within the chamber. It formed in January 2015 by a number of conservative lawmakers, including several associated with the Tea Party movement, and was created to advocate for a more conservative policy agenda and push Republican leadership to the right, which has completely destroyed our nation. Its first chairman was Jim Jordan, and its current chairman is who we are talking about, Andy Harris. Members typically support policies associated with fiscal and social conservatism, including lower federal spending, limited government, and stricter immigration policies. Over time, the caucus has been associated with the right-wing populist and national conservatism, particularly during the presidencies of Donald J. Trump. It has also included some members who are libertarians. It has taken an assertive role in internal House politics, sometimes opposing legislation supported by Republican leadership or using procedural tools to influence the legislative process. Members of the caucus played a key role in the removal of Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House, and have also supported efforts to repeal the Affordable Care Act and have advocated for changes to House rules intended to decentralize power. The caucus supports House candidates through its PAC, the House Freedom Fund. So yeah, you can tell this article has changed since the last time we have seen it. So clearly, it's underwent some rewriting. Altogether, they have donated $32,850, and once again, that's the House Freedom Fund. Next, at number 2, we have Nye Michael Company. And they appeared to deal in real estate, working with clients for more than 45 years, dealing with full-service commercial real estate in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. They are licensed in Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Providing services such as commercial sales, commercial leasing, property and facilities management, and development consulting. Let's see. Anything else? They were founded in 1973, was the actual year they were founded. But yeah. Altogether, they have donated $23,900. And once again, that's Nye Michael Company. Next, at number 3, we have, gotta hate 'em, AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, which is a pro-Israel lobbying group that advocates its policies to the legislative and executive branches in the United States, being one of several such pro-Israel lobbying organizations in the United States, and has been called one of the most influential lobbying groups in the U.S. From 1954 to 1958, they had another name. They described themselves as being bipartisan, but really they just bribed both parties. And they were founded in 1954 by lobbyists for the Israeli government, partly to counter international criticism of Israel's Kibbutz massacre of Palestinian villagers that year, and became a powerful organization in the 1980s. In 2002, it expressed intent to lobby Congress to authorize use of force in Iraq and celebrated the Iraq War at AIPAC events in 2003. In 2005, a Pentagon analyst pled guilty to espionage charges of passing U.S. government secrets to senior AIPAC officials in what became known as the AIPAC espionage scandal. They are vile, disgusting, despicable, evil, any negative term you can think of. That's who AIPAC is. Honestly, these type of organizations are treasonous to the U.S. because they put other nations before the U.S. Anyway, altogether, they have donated $20,588, and once again, that's AIPAC. Next, at number 4, we have the American Society of Anesthesiologists, which is a professional association of physicians in the field of anesthesiology that, as of 2025, included more than 60,000 national and international members and more than 100 full-time employees. And of course, anesthesiology usually is what you go under when you're going to go through surgery or some process, just so you're not fully awake or aware of what's going on while you undergo the process. Altogether, they have donated $20,000, and once again, that's the American Society of Anesthesiologists. Finally, in 5th, we have Coke Incorporated, an American multinational conglomerate corporation based in Wichita, Kansas, that is the second largest privately held company in the United States after Cargill. Its subsidiaries are involved in the manufacturing, refining, and distribution of petroleum, chemicals, energy, fiber intermediates, and polymers, minerals, fertilizer, pulp and paper, chemical technology equipment, cloud computing, finance, raw materials trading, and investments, and owns Flint Hill Resources, Georgia Pacific, Guardian Industries, Infor, Invista, KBX, Koch Ag and Energy Solutions, Koch Engineered Solutions, Koch Investments Group, Koch Minerals and Trading, and Molex. The firm employs 122,000 people in 60 countries, with about half of its business in the United States. The company was founded by namesake Fred C. Koch in 1940 after he developed an innovative crude oil refining process. Fred C. Koch would die in 1967 with the majority interest of his company split amongst his 4 sons, and in June 1983, After a bitter legal and boardroom battle over the amount of dividends paid by the company, the stakes of Frederick R. Koch and William Bill Koch were bought out for $1.1 billion, and Charles Koch and David Koch became majority owners in the company. Charles owns 42% of the company. Trust and benefits of Elaine Teddimer Marshall, the daughter-in-law of J. Howard Marshall, and Elaine's children, Preston Marshall and E. Pierce Marshall Jr., own 16% of the company. David Koch died on August 23, 2019, and his heirs own the remaining 42% balance of the company. Charles Koch has stated that the company would go public over my dead body, and that the company has used its freedom from the pressures of public markets to make long-term investments and concentrate on growth. Altogether, they have donated $20,000, and once again, that's Koch Incorporated. Now, let's go ahead and look at the top 5 industry donors and contributors over the last election cycle. At the top, number 1, we have Retired, who altogether have donated $125,431. Next at number 2 is Health Professionals, who altogether have donated $121,093. Next at number 3 is Real Estate, who altogether have donated $90,591. Next at number 4, we have Republican Conservative Groups, who altogether have donated $67,077. And in 5th, we have Food Processing and Sales, who altogether have donated $49,300. Now let's look at all the donors at a glance. House Freedom Fund. Boo! Suck. I understand why he's being funded by it since he is the head of the House Freedom Caucus. Still a shit thing, though. 9 Michael Companies Real Estate. Ooh. APAC. Boo! Suck. American Society of Anesthesiologists. Fine, okay. Koch Incorporated. Boo! Suck. Altogether, not good. Pretty bad. Industry-wise, Retired, great, absolutely wonderful. Health Professionals, okay, good. Real Estate, ooh. Republican Conservative Groups, boo! Suck. Food Processing and Sales, okay, good. I mean, there's not much you can say bad about that. Overall, your donors suck ass. They just, yeah. Bad, 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 great, okay. Bad, bad, okay. Yeah, your donors just suck. Congratulations. But this has been a look at Representative Andy Harris, who is the representative for the 1st District of Maryland. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. And it can't just be some random junk sources. Try to have something that you can at least trace back to verifiable facts. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.